So, another video. Um, as part of my due diligence to let you know what's going on here behind the scenes. So, the previous video talked about connecting with Mother on a spiritual level. But this one's connecting with her on a different spiritual level. The other one uses fantasy to connect with her, is dopamine, but this one uses exercise and health to connect with her as a radio wave floating through the air. I believe this one is probably the one that I want to focus on, not the other one, because if I'm trying to be good, I can't be climaxing to her every day or whatever, right? So I'm going to use this one instead to connect with her. So I'm going to buy a pocket radio here. So these are like pocket radios. You can get them somewhere, right? So you take AA batteries. But I want to tune it to the FM frequency. Specifically, for me, the 740 FM frequency. Because that's my bandwidth. But there's other frequencies on there that I could tune it to. So as I'm running back and forth in the woods with this radio, that radio wave, the AM one is good grandmother, like good grandmother's spirit. Whereas the FM radio frequency, that's bad grandmother's radio frequency. So what I've been doing is I've been running with this phone connected to my, running with it close to my heart with the SIM chip in. I don't necessarily know if the SIM chip or that allows the signal to come from the cell tower to the phone, if that's good grandmother. It could be bad grandmother as another wave, 5G wave. So I can't take that risk. So this is another epiphany. I gotta get one of these radios, because I know that the AM radio frequency, that's ours. So by getting that and then putting that in my chest while running for 22 minutes is my new theory to purify, me and of sin and maybe Mother at the same time. So this is the song here. It's Radio Gaga by Queen, which is basically, the lyrics say, radio, someone still loves you. Well, there's two radio stations. There's FM and there's AM. So I got to choose one of those stations to love, and I'm choosing to love the AM station because that has my frequency, 740 frequency, because I was born in 1974. And that's to the creator's equation. 352 days times 22 hours per day is 7,744 hours. But you get 704 or 74. So I'm going with that as my frequency. So radio, someone still loves you, means AM radio, someone still loves you. FM radio, someone still hates you because you're evil. And then you got to connect that to the spirit of radio by Rush, which is letting you know that radio waves, they're spirits. Yeah, that's a spirit. Yeah, it's electricity. That's where they live. So this song here, The Spirit of Radio, talks about life. So if I'm expected to resurrect my spirit with life, I could use that help of good grandmother who is life by running with that radio connected to my heart where my soul is, or the atom, that one atom. It's my hope that radio wave will penetrate my body and give me some spiritual energy to cleanse me of the sins, so I can resurrect my grandfather's spirit to get rid of every single bad spirit out there. So that's what the spirit of radio is about. But then you got to connect it to hip to be square to understand the message. So Hip to be square as this. He's talking on it. He's like, their early work was a little too new wave for my taste. So if it's a little too new wave for my taste, that's regarding FM radio. Because for the longest time when they developed radios, they used AM radio. Like in the 1910s, the 1920s, the 1930s, it was always AM radio. Even in the 40s, it was AM radio. Until I think maybe the 50s and 60s, when they switched over to FM radio. So he's basically talking about radio waves. When he's talking about Huey Lewis in the news, he says their first album was a little too new wave for me, or Evil's FM radio wave was a little too new wave for me. So when you hear talk about new wave, you need to think of FM radio as being Evil grandmother. And when he chops up that guy with the axe, that's me trying to figure out a way to get rid of that evil witch and suck the life force from her. I'm trying to do it all by myself because I'm really pissed off at her. And if I could do it, I would do it. That's why I try to do all these different investigations to figure out a way to get rid of her. This might be the way. So as I'm running and that good spirit's entering my body, it's my hope that when I'm running under the light, that wave, the wave of electromagnetic energy coming from the sun into the planet, going back to the moon, goes through my body and sucks the life force from that evil witch. So I can get rid of her. But probably the easiest way is to get a hold of Jaden and tell her, you gotta step up to the plate because your spirit is the one that we're trying to, resurrect and get rid of the evil grandmother. But I'm hoping that I can do it by myself because I'd get a great deal of satisfaction from doing it. But, if we gotta, wait for her to, do the purification and then exercise and build muscle and run to get rid of that evil grandmother, then that so be it. But does that mean I'm not gonna stop trying to eradicate that witch? Because she's trying to get rid of me, try to kill me with a stroke. That's why I'm gonna get rid of her, one way or another. It's gonna go down this way. Your stupid evil grandmother wave, children, is a little too new wave for me. It's hip to be square.